Hello all my inspirations and welcome to Inspirational by Marie. If you're here for the first time, I welcome you with love. We are a family here, so please get involved. Today we have an interesting topic. We're going to be discussing how to stay motivated when you feel like giving up. But before we get into that, please make sure you subscribe and turn on that notification bell. All right, let's get into it. So, first thing first, remember why you started that project, that business, that charitable organization. Remember why you started. When you start to remember why you started and you start to think of, that passion that you had, that drive that you had, that interest that you had, these are ways to keep you motivated. I think that even as content creators, when we start off a journey in our lives, or this venture, this idea, along the way, it can be difficult if we're being honest. Like as content creators, we might think of what ideas to put forward and what's our next topic going to be, things like that. But when we created our YouTube page, what is it that we thought of? What message did we want to send across? What did we want our platform to be used for? What is the driving force of our channel? These are the things along the way that we should remember, why we started that business. You said that you want to leave work, you've quit your job maybe, or you want to quit your job, or you've done, you've taken a step forward. What is the reason? Why did you start this business? Was it for the fact that you wanted to start earning independently? Is it because you wanted to build a legacy in your family or empire? Remember why you started that charitable organization. What lives did you want to touch? What message did you want to send across to the world? These are the things along the way we have to remember. This will help us to stay and keep motivated in those times when we feel like giving up. It's a reality because it's not easy. It's not like you could be thinking, oh my gosh, like this is just getting long. It's so hard. Every time I try and, move forward, it's like there's a setback, but keep going. Do you understand? Keep going. And in the same respect and in the same, idea of remembering why you started, remember the end goal as well. Do you understand? Remember what it is that's going to come out of this idea, that's going to come out of this dream, that's going to come out of this aspiration. Remember, the end goal, because that also can keep you motivated. When you think, like, even when I'm on like my weight loss journey and things like that, as hard as it is to stay motivated and to, eat the right foods, to make sure that I'm not falling off, and just to keep going, I have to also remember the end goal, or should I say the end result, okay? During weight loss journey, like literally, I'm trying to think of the end goal. Now, the thing about it is that there will be some days that are hard. There will be some days that we have to, keep going. We have to keep striving. We have to keep pushing. There will be those days, but there will also be days that you're winning, right? And you step on the scales, for example, weight loss now, yeah? You step on the scales and you're thinking, okay, I'm getting there. So it's just the same with that business, that charitable organization, even with YouTube, literally. Like when you see that one comment and you're thinking, okay, this touched somebody's soul, this touched somebody's heart, it keeps you going, all right? So remember why you started and also remember the end goal. Remain focused and eliminate distractions. This is a way that we'll be able to keep motivated when we feel like we want to give up. It's easy to just slip into a social media app and be there all day. Do you understand? Because it's like we don't want to face what we're supposed to be doing. But the reality is that these are the things that keep our time away from that project, that business, that starting the starting that organization or whatever it is that we want to start. These are the things that will distract us. I know nowadays they have like set times on these social media apps and things like that. So it will kind of like flag up when you've been on the app for like an hour or so. But distractions really stop us from getting to where we want to get to, or that next goal that we want to reach. All right. So we need to be prioritizing as well in order to keep focused. You know, sometimes even if we want to go out or we want to, you know, make that phone call, discuss whatever it is, sometimes we need to put that on hold in order to keep focused. You know, remind yourself of who you are. Now you might say, what do you mean remind yourself of who you are, Marie? Like, I'm me. What do you mean? But no, when it comes to staying motivated, when you feel like giving up, you have to remind yourself of who you are. What are those gifts, talents that you have? You know, remind yourself of who you are. Remember the time when you last helped somebody. Remember the time when you poured into someone's life, when you poured love into someone's life. Remind yourself of your smile. Remind yourself of how intelligent you are. Remind yourself of how beautiful you are. Remind yourself of how wonderful you are. Remember these things in times when you feel like giving up. This is going to be a big driving force for you. Remind yourself of that compliment that somebody gave you, you know. Remind yourself of all those things that you heard that kept you going last week or last year. Because the fact is, a lot of us could be demotivated for a very long time. And we have to remind ourselves, this has to be conscious. Do you understand what I'm saying? It has to be a conscious effort to remember who you are in these times. When you remember who you are, it's easier to get back on track. It's easier to keep moving. It's easier to say, oh yeah, I remember when somebody said this about me, when they told me how nice I was to them and what the encouraging words they gave me, you know, what it did for me. Remind yourself, you know, remind yourself of that meal that you cooked. Remember that you're a great cook. Do you understand what I'm saying? Remind yourself of that piece of artwork that you created. Remind yourself of that project that you started. Remind yourself of how good you are on the computer. Remember that we all have gift talents, if I haven't said that already, that, you know, God has given us and placed in us. Remind yourself of who you are. Remember that you are enough, all right? So get that into your head, that you have to remember. There's some days when I'm just thinking, oh my gosh, like, yeah, I have to deliver this word, or I have to say this, and I'm maybe not feeling in the best of moods, but I have to remember who I am in order to actually carry out what I need to. Do you understand? I need to remember that. If I don't remember it, sometimes I'm just going to sit in that state and think I can't do it. But the moment I remember it, right, the moment I flick through or flick back in my mind, I'm saying, all right, yeah. I can do this. I got this. Do you see where I'm coming from? So remember who you are to keep motivated when you feel like giving up. Keep it fun. Have a laugh. Do you understand? Don't take it so seriously. Whatever project you're starting, whatever business, you know, keep it fun. Sometimes I think that when it comes to our projects or ideas or dreams that we want to accomplish, there is a sense of seriousness that obviously has to be applied. However, it doesn't mean that you can't laugh every now and again, that you can't crack a smile. Do you understand? That you can't dance while you're doing what you're doing. You know, keep it fun. Like, I personally love to laugh, so this is something that I do on a daily basis. Like, I made it sound like a task, right? I do it on a daily basis. But seriously, I love to laugh. So whatever I'm doing, whoever I'm doing it with, they're going to know that I'm going to be laughing some way through. You have to find some humor in some certain things, even if the situation seems serious. Sometimes you have to just laugh, because if you don't laugh, you'll cry anyway. But the fact is, you have to have fun while you're doing it, all right? If you need to dance, do your dance, whatever. If you need to sing, have fun, express yourself, you know, let people be happy when they're working around you. Obviously, you wanna get to your goal, and I believe that having fun is a part of getting to your goal, right? Because sometimes when we have these ideas of starting a project or a business, it can be daunting, and it makes us feel, you know, like we don't want to do it because, oh, we have to, you know, be serious, and it's tense, and no one's going to be happy and all that. And then it makes you not even want to do it, because you just feel like when you come into that atmosphere or that environment, you're not feeling happy. But if you keep it fun, do you understand? Like, I know that I've had managers in the past, and I've had some fun managers, and I just feel like things can be done. People are happy to do things for you. You are even happy to do that task or to start it because you're having fun while you're doing it. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the next time you do something, you're starting that business, you're starting that venture, you're starting that task, whatever it is, crack a smile, laugh. I don't care at what, but just make it, don't harm anyone though, but you know what I mean? Just make yourself feel all right about it. Be happy while you're doing what you're doing. Have some fun, all right? Take a break if you need to. Have some games in between if you need to. But just have that fun, light atmosphere at the same time as much as you can, okay? Have fun, guys. Last but not least, another way to stay motivated when you feel like you're going to give up is by keeping people around you that are ready to point out your strengths. People that are going to remind you of how much you bring to the table. People that are going to remind you that, listen, I haven't seen you, I haven't heard you in a while. What's going on? Where have you been? People that are just going to be there to check up on you. People that are going to be there to motivate you. I have some people around me that are really such awesome gems. And honestly, I know that God has sent them into my life, just at the right time. You'll just see that person pop up. Do you understand? And they come with such encouragement. They come with such positive words. They really, really know the right things to say at such a time. Do you understand? These are the people that we need to be keeping around us. People that are, like I said, they focus on your strengths. Do you understand? They don't look at your shortcomings, but they focus on your strength, and they push you with their words. They push you with their actions. Do you understand? People that are really there for you. Literally, the people that are around us really have an impact, I feel, on sometimes the way we think, how we feel. I don't want to digress, but I just know that definitely, like I said, people around us can have an impact. Someone can call you with bad news and it can get your mood down. Do you understand? Someone can call you with good news and it can make your mood go up. So yeah, definitely the people that we have access to and the people that have access to us, it can impact us and it can impact our mind. So we really want to have people around us, okay, that are really ready to point out our strengths. This could be a mentor, this could be a teacher, this could be a friend, this could be a cousin, auntie, uncle, mother, a carer. The list goes on. It can be a lot of people that are there to point out your strengths. Every now and again, they may send you a text or they may call you every day. I don't know, but they are there, at the right time. I think that these people are sent from God. I think that they're so amazing. And I think people like that, it's really a blessing to have people like that around you. Some people pay for these people, not a bad thing. Sometimes it's free. Sometimes it's even a stranger. Do you understand what I'm saying? You don't even need to know. But regardless, it's important that we have these people, because there will be times in our lives that we may not feel like we want to do anything, and we may not feel motivated to do anything. We may feel like giving it all up, but someone has to be there to remind us of our strengths. Okay. I definitely did say last but not least, didn't I? But it's really not last. It's not really last. It's not really the last point. Okay. I believe last but not least is to pray. Is to pray. Is to pray. Is to pray. That is definitely the last point, but not the least point. We have to remember to pray through the process, through whatever it is we're doing, whatever task it is that we've set. Remember to pray, okay? Ask God to give you that strength that you need to push and to go to the next level, all right? Because the fact of the matter is that God has equipped us with everything we need to carry out whatever it is that we need to carry out. But sometimes we need the strength, and it comes from God, all right? The Bible says the joy of the Lord is my strength. So when you wake up in the morning and you're just joyful, understand that strength to continue, all right? So I hope that you enjoyed this discussion about how to feel motivated or stay motivated when you feel like giving up. Thank you ever so much. Please comment down below and let's encourage and motivate each other, if anything, right? Send that words or comment down on your own experiences where you felt like giving up, but someone has come through for you, or you've reminded yourself of who you are. Okay, so until next time, be inspired, be encouraged, be blessed. Mwah. Take care, guys.